And howdy, everyone. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Go grab your coffee or tea. I got my mint tea here, peppermint actually, and pull up a chair and let's hang out here. I've got guest co-host Michelle Metheny with me. Hey, Michelle, how's things going?
Good. How are you?
Oh, good.
Can't
Yeah, it's been
I
really
can't say as
busy. I'm sorry.
I can't say as I have my tea, but I have my Italian soda.
Yeah, Italian sodas count because you can get them at coffee houses.
Mm-hmm.
I actually haven't had a good Italian soda since I left San Diego. You know what I mean? And and chai tea. Oh my God.
Mm.
The way I would make my chai tea, because you see, I was a master barista and I owned coffee shops up and down the West Coast, and uh I had my own way of doing it. And I actually used a powder base, and then
Mm.
I would liquefy it and chill it. And in Starbucks and places like that, they're using a liquid right off the top, and
Mm-hmm.
it just doesn't get, I don't know, doesn't get that creaminess.
Right. Yep.
Mm. Yep, almost missed the beginning of the show. I am not used to Blog Talk Radio actually working.
Right.
And when we are doing the simulcast, we are doing a countdown, and then the music starts and we send the stream from the YouTube studio into YouTube so you guys can see it. So we're on a Zoom that's connected to the YouTube studio, and the Zoom is also connected to the radio switchboard and studio. Oh, it's a lot of technical stuff. Yes. And that's why, like there's a huge delay in it get. I don't know if all lives are like this, but there seems to be like this huge delay in it actually getting to um live on YouTube from the studio. But it's a very rigid start time. We set what the start time is. So in this case, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern, and it counts down telling you when the show is going to start, and then the music starts, the intro music, and we hit go live on the YouTube studio. But I was rushing to get in here. I was getting my tea and everything. and the last couple of shows, Block Talk wasn't working. One time we would dial in, we'd get through, put in all the numbers, get everything connected with Zoom, and then it would come back on and say, "We're sorry, we're having issues with our broadcast system." You know, and then the last time, which was I think Monday, I did a show Monday, and my guest co-host was Charlotte Kornberg, and uh, we dialed in, and you heard nothing, like no ringing, and then it would just go boop boop boop, and then it would go dead. And we tried it multiple times. I mean, even into the start of the show, we were still trying it. It was not working. So when we don't have that countdown for the intro music, I kind of like that though, because the show is not live. Even though we say, hey, we're going to start at 6:30 Pacific, the show's not live till we send it from the YouTube studio to YouTube. So if we want to be a minute or two late, last minute potty break, last minute, getting the coffee or the tea or water, you always have to have water when you're doing this much talking, right, on a live.
Oh yes.
Oh, then we can just get all situated and there's no intro music, and we just go click, we're live. Hey, we're here live on YouTube. But tonight, oh my God, the radio actually works. So we're simulcasting on radio and on YouTube. And there was the countdown, and I was like, oh my God, I have 20 seconds to get my butt in the chair and push the button on YouTube. And it was crazy. It was crazy. Who do we have coming in? I saw Joe Beth.
Let's see. Yeah.
Oh,
Heidi. Hi,
her
Heidi.
Dan's in there, of course, and first name, last name.
Oh, hi, first name, last name.
I think first name, last name, they put their question in and then they're like, she's like, it's my bedtime. I got to go to sleep. I'll listen to the recording, which is perfectly fine because then,
That's awesome.
we get
Yeah.
them listening to the recording. So we'll take your question in a little bit. Yeah. First name, last name hasn't been here in a while. She hasn't been here in a while.
No. Mm-mm.
We don't know who she actually is because she puts first name, last name. And then Maria
Hi,
just popped
Maria.
in. Hi, Maria. Yeah. Maria sent me a message right before the show, and I was in the middle of getting everything set up and getting my tea and rushing to get in here. I didn't get to read it, so I have no idea. Maria, you got to tell us if you got an announcement. I think it was for an announcement or something like that. I think she has a spring sale coming up. No, it can't be. Must be summer sale. Yeah, because we're going into
Yeah.
summer. Maybe she's got a summer sale. We just ended our Memorial Day sale. So if you guys didn't get in on that, oh my God, I'm so sorry. But this is the thing. We've had that since the end of last year. 6 months, well, 5 months, January, February, March, April, and all of May. And we just ended it. And it became the spring sale, it became the Memorial Day sale. We just kept changing the name on it and making a new banner, but it was the same thing. We had our lifetime membership and we had it on sale. Well, now you guys are out of luck because I did have somebody sneak in and grab the lifetime membership, but at full price. It's normally $297. Now, should I tell them the secret? Oh, if you sneak over right now to our old website, remember we've got Psychic Cafe now, right? That's our main website going forward. Everything's changed. Like my email address is no longer dax at thetarotguild.com, which is way too long. It's just dax at Psychic Cafe. Boom. Right? All of our URLs down here, like here's my page coming up, psychic.cafe/dax, and Michelle's is slash Michelle. That's our website now, for the Psychic Talk Network, the radio and YouTube network, for the Tarot Guild and Psychic Cafe. It's like a community website where you can hang out and use all the features, just like Facebook, folks, has all the features except none of the negative stuff. And it's free to join. You can come over and join. But we do have, the membership, which is going to be X amount per month. I'm still debating on whether to offer also a little discount on a annual. And right now on the Tarot Guild website, if you go to thetarotguild.com and click join, or go to, let's see if I can put it in, https:// the Tarot Guild. See why we have a new URL, folks? This is way too long. And once we get rid of the Ning site, thetarotguild.com will be pointed to a page and information on Psychic Cafe. So the Tarot Guild is not going anywhere. But here, let me put this URL in here. And if you click that, thetarotguild.com/join, and this is secret, and in just a couple of weeks, the old Ning platform website is going away. So I just wanted to tell you that this is going away. So if you're watching this in archive a month from now, this is not accurate, but I just thought I'd give you guys the secret way to still get the lifetime membership, because it's going away. And I apologize rubbing my eye, but I have something burning in my eye right now and I do not know what's going on. Of course, it waits, all this stuff waits to happen until you're live on air. Every single time. Of course, when we were on radio, you didn't see when we just, like stubbed our toe and we're grabbing it and going,
Right.
and screaming without, letting any of the noise out, but you couldn't see that because we were, we would tell our co-host, say something, and then while you're talking on radio, they don't see me like, dying in the background,
Right. Going
you know.
out my eyes. Yeah.
or trying to
Oh, well,
clear
it
my eye out
happens.
like I am right now. This is crazy.
So,
It's live.
Maria,
You don't get this with those scripted videos on YouTube. You know,
no.
we're the real thing. But
Yeah.
but this is the deal. You know, the sale's over finally. I mean, I gave everybody a chance. I went freaking 5 months.
You did.
And I
Yeah.
kept sending out emails to everybody. If you missed it, I'm sorry. Um, the lifetime membership also is going on hiatus. We might bring it back. Like maybe if somebody goes, you know, I don't like paying monthly or annually, I want to just pay it all at once. We might bring it out for like January, like a new year, 2025. Or maybe Black Friday. Maybe that's a Black Friday special that you could only get on Black Friday. And
Yeah.
it's not going to be on sale. Let me tell you right now, because I was figuring it out, and like over a 10-year period, if you're a member of the guild for 10 years and you're paying monthly, you're paying almost $2,000.
Wow. Yeah.
And that's just 10 years. Now think 20 years, maybe you're a member for 25, 30 years. I mean, there are people literally here right now, like Maria, that's been a member for, you know, decades. Well, $297 is dirt cheap if you
Yeah.
think about it. It's also the price of my course. And I did that intentionally because whether you want to buy my course and get free membership for life and free certification, or whether you want to join the guild uh, lifetime membership and get your certification free and my course included free, it's the same price. You know, it's just it's psychology. It's like, you know, whether you think you're buying a course or whether you think you're buying a membership, you're right. And so yeah, the lifetime membership is going to go on hiatus. You can't even get it at 297. But here's the kicker. Until I have it set up, which is going to happen pretty quickly here, until I have it all set up on Psychic Cafe, I still have it set up, that link I just gave you, to join the guild. And if you go to that page, thetarotguild.com/join, or if you're on the website, thetarotguild.com, and you know, you see the purple buttons and it says join the guild or something like that, you click on that, right? Um, let me go to one of the pages and make sure. Yeah, it says join the guild with an exclamation point. Same thing. It's the join page. And in fact, right now, once you get there, the URL will switch to tarot.ning.com/join, because we've taken the tarotguild.com URL, disconnected it. It still sends people there, but because the website's going away, we moved it onto the new servers. But if you go on this page, it shows you the free membership, the premium membership, and the lifetime membership. The premium membership's $47 a year, so you're charged $47 every year. And of course, that's going to be changing when it gets to the new Psychic Cafe website. Lifetime membership, one payment of $297. So if you scroll down here, there's a join button, $47 each year. But if you keep scrolling down, you see the lifetime membership in purple. And with that membership, you know, the annual one, you don't get free certification. You have to pay for that separately. If you want my course, you have to buy that separately. And the reason for that is most people joining at the annual, and eventually we're going to have the monthly. We took it away, but we're bringing it back. The reason why is when they join, Michelle, is it's usually professional readers that are joining and they don't need the course. So there's a
Mhm.
reason why we do everything we do. All you got to do is ask. But the lifetime membership includes the course and
Right.
certification at the CTR level, which is $134. And you save, you know, two, three, four, $5,000 in membership fees
Mhm.
over the life of it, right? And there's a button right
Mhm.
there. It says join, one-time payment, $297. Join now, and you can click that. And let me see, does it still work? Yes, it still works. You can still get the lifetime membership at full price, $297, until that website, till the Ning website goes away. And you get
Mm.
all of our courses, workshops, memberships, certification. You get my course. You get all of our live Q&A sessions, panel
Mhm.
discussions. all that's included.
Uh,
So yeah, I
there's a
wasn't
lot of benefits.
I wasn't supposed to tell you guys that secret. It was supposed to just go away. But literally, I ended the sale, and literally a day or two later, somebody, and they're actually, I forget where they're from now. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They found it somehow because all the sale pages went away, all the sale banners went away. I forgot about the join page on the Tarot Guild website. So they went there and they found the lifetime membership and they bought it for $297. You
Nice.
and you can still do that. You can still
Yep.
do that. Save a ton of money. Even though it's not on sale anymore, you're going to save a ton of money at 297. And there's all kinds of options on there where you can, break it up into payments. You can always put it on a credit card. And by the way, if you have any issues with it, maybe like the payment thing is not like if you want to make it into payments, it's not working because there's different options on there. Just get a hold of me. I can set this up for you. I can set up payments for you. I can break it up into, three payments of $97 or something like that for you. Just let me know. Mm.
Awesome. Fantastic.
So that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Oh, I pulled some cards for the show today. Did you pull anything?
Ooh, I have not yet, but I'm working on it.
You don't have to if you don't want to, but I like to pull cards, and look, the Two of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, two of my favorite cards, and I always talk about the Two of Swords and how she's blindfolded, and swords are thoughts and ideas, and she's got these two swords, broadswords. And by the way, broadswords, they have a sharp side on each side. That means it cuts both ways, honey. It cuts both ways, honey. And
It's like,
so it's like she's got two thoughts and ideas crossed, and she's got the blindfold on. So she's either unable to see how to make the decision or unwilling to make a decision. She's like, put the blindfold on herself, and she's like, yeah, I'm not deciding, you know. And then of course we all know about the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles is the earth suit. This is air, thoughts and ideas, material realm. And he's the slowest moving of the four knights in tarot, and he's making slow steady progress, right? The earth element is practical, right? So what happens when you put these two things together? So the message today I'm getting is it's a message that emphasizes the need for careful consideration and practical decision making, because you're making this decision here, or you should be if you're not, right? So a lot of you are going to, you're going to identify with this pair of cards here. This combination of cards suggests that you are facing a difficult decision or a challenging situation, and it requires patience and persistence. So that is, the message here. And now you see, if you guys are learning tarot, you see a little bit about combining cards, because we know, okay, so this is the challenging situation or the difficult decision to be made. This is the patience and persistence, because the Knight of Pentacles is practical and persistent and trying to think of another word besides patience. He's patient, but there's another word that I always use. When you have oh God, what is it? It keeps going. Don't you hate it when it keeps going in and out of your head like that? You know,
mm-hmm.
discipline, discipline. I kept
Discipline.
I kept getting D and then going this, and then it would go out of my head. I'm like, what's going on? So yeah, so that's where that stuff comes. So then when you put them together, yeah, a difficult decision or challenging situation that requires patience and persistence. Boom. That's how tarot combinations work, folks, And if this message, if you resonate with this message, this is for you. By the way, if you are, and this is another thing, the way the universe works, and because every there's only ever the now, and in reality, although we live in a dualistic universe where we have linear time, there is no such thing as time. In reality, everything's all happening at once. So this is the thing. 5 months from now or 5 years from now, you may be watching this video and see that message, and it will still apply and be for you because of the synchronicity. it's not an accident that you're watching this show either live right now tonight on June 5th, 2024, or in some future date. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So take it away, Michelle. What cool things are you getting? Did you do any Learn-a-Mon cards?
I did. I did. And
Okay.
it's quite, I'm trying not to laugh. Okay. So
Okay. We love when you giggle.
I so we've got confusions, there's some insecurities, and then there's some, as Dax was saying, there's some choices to make. I feel like we've almost
Oh
got the
my God.
exact same cards again.
I love
Um,
that.
there is some misunderstanding somewhere, and you
Okay.
have some opportunities, but you're going to be hesitant about something. So don't be hesitant. Clear up your confusion, get rid of your insecurity, and make the choices you need to make, because only you know what your true desire is. But you can't step into that desire until you clear up that misunderstanding. So I hope that is helpful for you and resonates with you.
All righty. Some resonation. Uh,
Yes.
real quick in the chat, Dan's asking for the availability dates because Maria just popped in a link. And I think you can get to the same place from going to her website, Maria G. Moss, 2 A's, MAAS.com, MariaGMoss.com. The certified angel practitioner course is $25 off the regular price, just $197 for summer. I don't know if it's all summer. So Maria is going to pop in. She's going to pop in the dates of the availability for that. I think her course is normally $222. It's the master number, angel number 222.
Mm-hmm.
And teachable moment 222. When it's in a master number, like an angel number, angel numbers are 3-digit master numbers. Most people don't even, most numerologists don't even know that. So you have the single digits 1 through 9, and then you have 11, 22, 33, 44, all the way up to 99. Those are the master numbers, what people typically think as the 2-digit master numbers. And then you have 3-digit numbers that they call angel numbers, but actually they're all master numbers, because a master number is any number made up of one or more of the same digit. So guess what? It goes all the way up to 999999999. Nine nines is the highest master number. But we don't get involved in all that because if you think about it, the 4 suits and when we talk about the core cards and I talk about the pages and the knights and the queens and kings being the master numbers 11, 22, 33, and 44. And the higher you go, the rarer it gets. So 11s are rare, but 22 is really rare. 33 is really rare. 44 is almost unheard of. I mean, I know of one person ever in my life that had a 44, because that's the master manifestor number. These people can walk around, and if they're in the life path of 44, because 44 reduces to 8, so they might be the 8 life path, which is still good for money, right? 8. But if they're working it right and they're doing the 44, I mean, they can walk around and go, poof, garden, poof, I need a Maserati, it just appears. I mean, it's like these are the Buddhas and the Jesuses of the world, the 44 master number, master manifestors. And if you think about it, there's the 4 suits, and the minor arcana and the 4 suits. That's what those 4 elements is what creates the universe, right? But then there's the spiritual realm, and I just talked a second ago about there's in the spiritual realm, in the collective consciousness, there is no time. Everything's happening at once. That's where the higher master numbers are applicable, like 55, 99, or those really, really long ones like 88888, or something like that. Um, they're not applicable in the physical realm because the physical realm is made up of, you know, those first four elements, and the first four, 11, 22, 33, and 44. And then think of a cutoff line right there, and 55 and higher. That's why. That's why. And that's also why, as it goes up, those numbers, as far as like life paths, become rarer and rarer and rarer. And in our lives in general, we hardly ever see higher master numbers like 77 or 6666 ever show up, except the angel numbers. And angel numbers are just 3-digit master numbers. They have an interesting quinky dink, though, is when you reduce them, you write 111, 222, 333, 444, up to 999. When you add them together, it goes 369, 369, 369. And no other grouping of master numbers does that, you know? And that's why Tesla said, if you only knew the power of 3, 6, and 9, it unleashes the entire universe. Yeah. So there's,
Mhm.
yeah. So those we call them angel numbers. And this is the thing about the angel numbers that I just wanted to mention, a little teaching moment here, because we were talking about the price of the certified angel practitioner course is normally $222, 222. We're not talking about the six energy. See, usually when we have bigger numbers, we add those digits together and keep adding the digits together until we get to a single digit. So with 222, that would be 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. But that's not what's going on here. Master numbers, when you have the same digit, whether it's 2 of the same digit, 3 or 9 of the same digit, doesn't matter. It's getting you to look at the digit. So 222 is like going, hey, pay attention to 2, 2, 2, or 444 is pay attention to 4, 4, 4. 4 is structure, 2 is relationships. Yeah. So it's like a higher resonance or higher vibration of the same energy pattern of 2. Just like 0 does the same thing to numbers. So 50 is 5 accentuated by the 0. 500 is 5 double accentuated by the 0. Yeah. So that's how all that works. Just thought I'd throw that out there. A little teaching moment, but it's $25 off right now. So instead of $222, it's just $197. So you can jump on that and get the certified angel practitioner course. Angel, the link's a little long here. Angel Practitioner Academy dot think something. It's like this to get to the school. Basically, just go over to Maria's website, mariagmoss.com, and look for the course. Okay. So, also Maria was putting in there, mentioned, remember I said the 369 have
Mhm.
all angel names have threes, sixes, or nines in them. There's no angel name out there like Gabriel, Michael, which is actually, um we say it so quickly like Michael that we don't realize we're saying Hebrew, where it's Mikael, the little dash to the L. And when you start doing that, you start realizing, oh, most of them are L, except for like Sandalphon. So like another teachable moment, Gabriel. Yeah. It's interesting when yeah, because it means
Yeah.
of God. So whatever the thing is of God. So healing, Rapha Raphael, healing of God
Good. Hmm.
is what's going on. And those names, when you put them in a numerological numerology calculator, Say that 5 times. Yeah. Yeah. And reduce the numbers down. You find out that turn them into numbers. You find that there's a pattern of threes, sixes, and nines, within the name with the letters. And then when they're reduced too, I believe. I don't know. It's been so long since I taught angel numbers and angel name numerology and stuff. It's in my course though. You can go.
Mhm.
I need to go back and watch my own course. You know. Ooh, yeah, yeah. So Maria agreed with me. She put the same thing in. Go to mariagmoss.com and click on Certified Angel Practitioner course. That was
Yes.
so cool. We got to promote her course, her summer sale, and at the same
Yeah.
time, two teachable moments there.
Mhm.
So let me check the phone lines. Oh, we do have a couple of phone calls, and I
Ooh, nice.
neglected to mention that because we're having so much fun. We're so excited that we actually even have the phone lines tonight. I didn't give out the phone number. So it's 714-816-4628. In the chat, I have that at the very top, but let me grab that little piece where it says post your questions or ask us to pull a card here in the chat, which by the way, you guys on YouTube can do that, or call in. I'm popping it in there, 714-816-4628. As soon as you get through into the switchboard, press 1 on your dial pad. That puts you up in the caller queue. Currently, all of our calls are up in the queue. We'll be getting to calls in just a second, but I want to give time for people to dial in, 714-816-4628. And if you are listening because you've dialed in to the switchboard, or you're listening on Blog Talk Radio or somewhere else, one of our live radio players somewhere on the web, you can come and join us on YouTube and actually see us. And it's real simple URL. It's good for all of our shows. It'll take you right into the current live for that show. Just open a new tab in your browser, type in psychic.cafe/live. That's psychic.cafe/live. That'll take you right into the live. If you don't write that down or missed it, well, I can't have you look in the scroll because you're not looking yet. But if you're trying to get over here, just go to YouTube and type in Psychic Talk Network and go to our channel, and you'll see the
Yeah,
live there
absolutely.
as well. And by the way, it works both ways. You can put your question in chat. Hi, Joe Beth. I see Joe Beth in there talking. You can Joe Beth said, yeah, I saw the documentary on Tesla. That's the 369. There's actually several out now on that. It's very fascinating stuff. Go watch it on YouTube. Not right now while we're doing the live show. You gotta stay. No, you gotta stay here with us. It's a
Great.
Maria says it's a spring sale, but spring's over, Maria.
Well,
I hate to tell
the
you, unless you're in
the
Australia, or I don't
no,
know.
the first day of summer is June 20th this year. So she's
Okay,
got a couple more weeks.
I'm gonna let you know something about that official summer stuff. It's a bunch of BS, because guess what? We hit 100-degree temperatures in the beginning of May. So don't tell me that it's not summer yet.
Okay, this the summer equinox. There we go.
Oh, it's the summer equinox sale. Ooh, we should start
There
using,
we go.
right, right. Anyway, but I just wanted to say, let's see, what was I gonna say here? Now I got all confused.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah, I was in the middle of trying to tell people what to do on if you're in YouTube. If you're in YouTube, you can, just say, "Can I get a message from the universe?" And we'll pull a card or two. And if you have a very specific question, though, type the question in. We prefer those. We don't mind doing general questions, but you're going to get more out of it if you have a problem you're trying to solve and you can put that into words, make it into a question. Try to keep it like a couple of lines. Don't write an entire book. And, if you think about it, put your hand up. In other words, when you type in to chat, that space where you type it in on YouTube, there's a emoji face. Click that. And the very first emoji is a pink hand. And if you put that in, we take the pink hands first. When we see a pink hand, we know it's a question. We take them in the order they come in. Those of you that already put your question in, don't worry, you don't have to re-put your question in. But anybody new, put the pink hand and then your question. But tonight, I know it's rare, you could actually call into the show and you could talk to us live at 714-816-4628. We had at the very beginning, first name came in, first name, last name. They've been a regular for a long time, and she has not been here for a while. But popped in long enough to put a question, but she's going to listen in archive because I think she had to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel used. It's like, answer my question. I'll listen to it later. It's like, really? I feel like
We're
I need
waiting
a
for that
shower.
cup of
Do I need
coffee
to take a
now.
shower now or something? I don't know. I do need more tea. Hold on a second. Mm. But we're going to answer her question. Posting my question, but have to listen and replay because of bedtime. Would love to know what you see happening with E, the letter E, and I. Romantic, close relationship, flirty, something else. She wants some clarity on a possible relationship with E, Michelle. So,
Hmm.
and then we'll take some calls. I'm going to look and see if there's any more questions while you are pulling cards there. Oh, Joe Beth wanted divine guidance from spirit. I like when they put it that way, by the way, or a message from my angels. I love when people say that, or my spirit guides. Um, I'm looking to see if there's any other questions besides Joe Beth. I think that's it. We'll come back to Joe Beth in just a second. Oh, okay.
Hmm. Okay.
So what'd you get?
I got that with E, there is something suspicious going on because I got the fox card. And
Ooh.
like with this broom, that there is some sort of debate. There's a debate going on. I don't know if it's in with himself or with you, but there's some sort of suspicious ishness going on there. When it comes to the relationship, there's an innocence there. It's a new beginning. But it's an immaturity. So I don't see it being more of a love relationship. I see it being more of a playful, friendly relationship, but there's a warning with this relationship. Don't take it further than what it needs to go. So I hope that is helpful because that is what the cards are saying for you.
It's interesting because mine are different. And what I want to say about that is I feel like because normally we get the same cards,
Mm-hmm.
or very, very similar cards that have the same meaning. We call them synchronicities. And we get tons of that on the show. It's nonstop basically. But for this question, for some reason, I'm getting the literally the Ace of Wands go for it card, which sounds
Hmm.
contradictory to what Michelle just said. However, not entirely, because whatever's going on or whatever's unseen, if you can work that out, figure that out, and get beyond it, maybe then you could do a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, these are good cards. I got the Ace of Wands with the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is charging forward into the Ace of Wands. So that's a definitely possible relationship. This might be him. Is he a fire sign? Let us know. I forget what's fire signs. Aries, Leo,
Aries. Um,
Sagittarius. Yeah,
yeah, I know Aries.
yeah. But I pulled another card for clarification, thinking that, oh, maybe I'll get the moon or something, or the sneaky, like, I don't know, Seven of Swords, right? But nope, I got the Hierophant card, literally like the marriage card. So I don't know what to tell you. Michelle got, be careful, and I got go for it. So it's like
Just,
Maybe you can do both.
and I got the book card which says research. Make sure you study and know all the information you need to know.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, which it could work out. You just have to work out those kinks and make sure you both,
Yeah.
know each other's boundaries.
So I'm going to start pulling cards for Joe Beth. Meanwhile, let's take a phone call and I'll have you pull
Yeah.
cards. It looks like area code 475 is the first caller waiting the longest. 475, where are you calling from? What's your name?
Sean, calling
It's
from Stamford,
Sean. I knew
Connecticut.
it.
Hi,
I knew
Sean.
I knew it was Sean.
Hi,
Well, see,
Michelle. Hey, Dex. How are you?
Good. How are
hey,
you?
hey, Sean, I cheated because
Great.
I wrote Sean's name down and phone number so I would know it was him.
Smart thinking.
So Sean, Michelle's going to take your question.
Okay.
Right.
I had a dream the other night where I was observing an FBI agent of arresting a police officer, and the agent was threatened by this officer, and I wondered what I was seeing there as was there some kind of guardian angel of some sort or whatnot.
And so
Hello?
the police officer was protecting the agent.
No, it was threatening him. He threatened to do bodily harm.
Sorry. So I got the Tower card, which is a governmental situation. So there's definitely a feel of some sort of government being in control, someone feeling like if they manipulate, they have the power. But I also got the Star card. So there is some sort of inspiration to be learned from what you saw. Um, I feel like maybe this is a teaching moment for you to reach out and teach others how not to act. Because I also got the book card, which is education and knowledge, but it's also talking about secrets. So we cannot let the things that are in secret continue, um, because other people are not going to be able to reach their own spirituality if they are being controlled and manipulated, when what they need is for someone to come along and educate them on how they can get their own awareness and how they can get freedom and not be triggered by these events. And that's where you can come in.
Interesting.
You can help to be that someone to speak for, be that voice to speak for others and say, I know this is a triggering event. Let me help you through this.
Which is something that I actually have done in other ways.
Right, because you are a healer.
Yeah, I've dealt that with others, and I met someone in the city, in New York City, recently, who is in Reiki and healing, and she works in a shop on the West Village.
Okay.
And what's interesting is she has sort of a what I'll call a Nicole Kidman vibe. And even though she's from New York, as Nicole Kidman is from Hawaii, she has some roots with New Zealand, as Nicole Kidman has roots in Australia.
Wow. Well, this sounds like it could be something very, I would say, start with a very stable friendship and then see where it goes from there.
Yeah, her name is Elisa.
Alicia. Oh, what a very beautiful
No,
name.
I know, don't say Elisa. It's like she spells it like Alyssa, but she pronounces it as Elisa.
Elisa. Okay, that is beautiful. Well, for her, I got the bouquet card, which is telling you to make sure you appreciate her and make sure that you don't take her for granted.
Oh, not at all. I don't take my friends for granted because I would see them as special people because I know
Yes,
they have their own unique essence about them.
absolutely. Yes, they do.
Just like you
Well, thank
and Dax too.
you. Oh, yes, we love Dax. And we
I
love when
can't
you
forget.
call
Oh,
in.
by the way, before I forget, something I want to mention to you is there is a 1981 cartoon series where there are characters who are psychic.
There are. I
Yeah,
cannot remember who.
yeah,
That's right.
called Space Stars.
Oh my goodness. I haven't. That's right.
I don't remember that at all. And I was very dialed in to everything on television back then. Remember, we didn't have 500 or
Mm-hmm.
1,500 channels back then.
Yeah, it ran on. It was on NBC at the time, and it was an hour-long series. And they reprised some cartoons from the '60s, like Space Ghost.
Oh, like Space
And
Ghost.
one
Yeah.
of the characters in Space Ghost actually read tarot cards, and one card that popped up was the Ace of Hearts.
And that's the Ace of Cups, which, by the way, is one of the cards that I have all set up for our next questioner or querent or person asking a
Nice.
question. What a synchronicity, Sean. Hey, we got to get out of here. Thanks for the call, as always. All right.
Thanks, Sean.
It was great chatting with you. We're going to go over, I got a couple of cleanup things. We're going to come back to phone calls in just a second.
All right.
So in the chat, I had already posted. It's so funny. Dan is so behind. It's like I already said to everybody, hey, like Becky came in. Hi, Becky, by the way, and P732. And I said, hi, Becky. And I said, okay, so working on Joe Beth, P P732 is next, and then Becky is next. And then Dan, like a whole length later, pops in, you know,
I see
this is
this.
how you do the question. And Becky and P732 have questions. I'm like, yeah, Dan, I've already. You know why that is? It's like he jumps in chat and looks and just types it, but he's like he must not be watching the chat nonstop. I think he's out playing, with something, or playing a video game and then popping back in or some such deal.
Oh, poor guy. He's out taking care of the animals and the
That's
kids and running the household.
So P732 wants us to pull a card. So feel free to pull a card for P732. But before that was Joe Beth. Remember, she was the one that saw the Tesla documentary on 369. There's
That's
actually
right.
several out there now. Go check them out on YouTube. Hi, can I have a divine guidance? Okay, divine guidance from spirit. So here, Joe Beth, this is what's going on. Remember, I mentioned that Ace of Cups showed up, but it showed up with the Magician card. So it's the message coming through, the guidance from spirit is manifestation. And the Chariot card, which is victory, it's like you're going to be able to move forward and have victory if you can start manifesting things. Now, the Ace of Cups is one of the 4 ace cards, which, when combined with the Magician, makes the cross of manifestation in tarot, the tarot cross of manifestation. And those four aces, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so they are making up the 4 steps. Man, lots of teaching moments in this show. They're making up the 4 steps of manifestation. And the guidance you're receiving right now, Jo Beth, is that you need to focus on this particular step, which is cups. So that's emotions. It's the step of emotions where you get emotionally immersed into a really clear visualization, so you can use that as kind of the fuel for manifestation. Now with the sword, with the Ace of Swords is when you get clear on exactly what it is you're manifesting. Then Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands. And by the way, we need to redo this on the show where we talk about the 4 steps, Michelle. That'd be fun.
Yes.
And so the Wands is, passion. It's on the same level in the cross as the cups because it's very close. They're almost interchangeable, but they're not. This is emotions, it's the fuel, and the passion is more of the part of the GPS, like giving the exact, where you're going with it. But I feel like the message coming through, Jo Beth, is combining parts of that. And it's the magician shows up to say, this is all about manifestation, that you can manifest what it is you want and have victory, but you need to do this. And if you notice in the card, there are 5 rivulets of streams of water coming out and falling down into the large body of water. What's large bodies of water in tarot, Michelle?
Um,
Don't tell me you don't remember. It's the spirit realm or the
that's
collective
right. It's the
conscious
spirit
or the
realm.
subconscious. Yeah,
My brain just froze.
yeah, and you can use those interchange. Well, I had a brain freeze earlier, remember, too. So, but
Oh my
you
God.
can use those interchangeably because it can be the subconscious, but the subconscious leads to the higher consciousness,
Conscious.
to your higher consciousness, your higher self, to the collective unconscious, which is the spiritual realm. And that's always represented by bodies of water. You'll see it in the High Priestess, here in the Ace of Cups. You'll see it in the Temperance card. You'll see it in one of the big ones is what is that? The Star card, and she's pouring
That's right. Yes.
water.
And
She's pouring some on land, the material realm, and some into the water, the spiritual realm. But where she's pouring it on land, it breaks up into 5 rivulets like
that's
this,
right.
because it's the 5 senses. It's the human experience. It's the 5 senses. So what this is saying, Jo Beth, the message coming through, the guidance from spirit, is you need to get clear on what it is you want to manifest. And you need to get emotionally behind it. It's not good enough to say, I want the Maserati. Okay, well, why do you want the Maserati? What will allow you to do? It's like why we say, although it's technically possible to do it, it's really difficult to manifest money, because money is an exchange of energy. And what you're doing is you're creating energy and then you're manifesting it into the physical world. You don't want to manifest the money. You want what the money is going to buy you. So you don't want to manifest $850,000. You want to use that $850,000 to buy a house. So you want to manifest the house, because see, what it is that you're really trying to get at. And it could be something besides a physical thing. It could be your career. You want to manifest a business. I don't know what it is. Jo Beth, you have to get clear on that. But it's what is the emotional attachment to that? We can't get emotional and we can't use our five senses with money.
So true.
If you think about it, I mean, yeah, you could smell the money and you could feel the money. And, if you're really that much into physical money, maybe you could manifest it. But most of us, no. We want what the money buys. So you don't say, I want to manifest $1 million. You say, I want the house in Malibu for 2.5 million on the beach. Get really specific. You have to get very, 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 very specific. That's why I tell people the secret to getting that next job: stop sending resumes out. Pick the job you want at the company you want. Put all your focus on that. What's it going to smell like, taste like, feel like, sound like, and look like when you actually are working there in the cubicle? If you can get physical access to the building you're going to be working in and get a tour or something, you can then take that information home and manifest using those five senses because you were physically there. What does it look like? What does it smell like? What are the sounds you're hearing? Visualize yourself being there. And when I say visualize, I'm not talking about, well, you know, this thing, I put a picture on my vision board. No, I'm talking about the five senses. The five senses. You got to get into those five senses and get a crystal clear picture of what it is you're manifesting, Jo Beth. And I know I went a little long on that, but my reasoning was it was a great teaching moment for a lot of people out there right now. It's not just for
Mm-hmm. Can I add to that?
You can add to that, and then after that, you're going to pull the card for P something something, whatever,
Yes.
the P person.
So when I'm driving and I'm alone, because uh, I'll I'll be in my car and I'm like, that new car smell, and
Yeah.
I'm pretending like people are seeing me in my teal, well, powder blue colored BMW, not BMW, Mercedes Benz. Sorry, because that's how you
My
attract it.
Mercedes Benz.
Oh Lord, won't you
Oh
buy me?
Lord, won't you buy?
That's why I want one. So that's part of that manifesting is, I feel it.
90 seconds.
Uh-oh. We're getting the 90-second warning. That means we're going to stop live streaming on radio, but that's okay. Everybody dialed in on Blog Talk. You'll still hear us, and we're still going to take the phone calls. And of course, the YouTube show goes until we say it no longer is going. Yep. Push the button. Yeah. So don't worry about the 60-second countdown. Sorry,
60 seconds.
There it is. Yeah. The 90 and the 60-second and the 10-second. That's just for the live streaming on the YouTube, on the Blog Talk Simulcast show. And I normally set it for 90 to 120 minutes. And then if we don't use all that time, it's fine. But for this show today and the next couple of shows, I scheduled it for 60 minutes because we've been doing so well at keeping the show short or close to 60 minutes that I decided, hey, I am cutting back the live streaming on the shows. Maybe I should have done that.
10 seconds.
See, 10 seconds, but that's okay because the show will continue to go on. All right. So where were we? What were you saying, Michelle?
Oh, so yeah. So I am manifesting my car every time I drive because I am feeling that I'm in my car that I want. So that's part of it. That's manifesting.
So now that we got that warning, we got to speed things up. We got a phone call
Yes.
to get to. We've got
Okay.
questions. In fact, I just saw someone. I saw Jessica come in, and I saw James come in. And folks,
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to get to all your questions, but I'll be back tomorrow. In fact, we should say that right now, Michelle.
Hmm.
Before you do P738 427, whatever their number was, question here. Should have said this in the beginning of the show. Psychic.cafe/coffee. I did pop it in the chat a little bit ago. In fact, I think I might have that queued. I can still put it back in again. Does that work? Yeah, there we go. Psychic.cafe/coffee. When you buy us a cup of coffee, maybe you're just enjoying the shows and you're learning something and you just want to give us a tip. But you can also set us a cup of coffee. And then when you let us know in the chat, guess what? We take your question first. And no waiting. We go right to your question. Same thing on the phone lines. You buy us a cup of coffee, pop into the YouTube chat. Hey, I'm area code, I don't know, area code 929, and my name is Jim, and I just bought you a cup of coffee. Guess what? We stop everything we're doing. Michelle and I go right to the phone call, and we spend more time with you. We answer more questions and so forth. That is the secret, folks.
Hmm.
Cafe/coffee. But just really quickly, what's coming up? So, okay, that was the Wednesday show. Thursday, Ellie's been joining me on Thursdays, but she's going with her significant other to a ball game, and Charlotte Kwarnberg is going to be my guest co-host. But
Nice.
I'm going to say, Michelle, if you want to join us, you can if you're available. Because
Ooh.
wouldn't it be cool to be all three of us on?
Yes. We haven't
Anyway,
done that in a minute.
right. So you let me know after the show if you can make it.
All right.
Compassionate Light. I talked to Catherine earlier, and I mentioned this on Monday's show. She's going to get me, start getting me the pre-recorded episodes for the Mind series. That's coming up. Be on the lookout for that. And then Michelle's Mystic Corner is this Saturday. I am really, really, really waiting for this one. I'm so excited about this
Mhm.
because it's part 2 of our journey through the Learnemont.
Yes.
Yeah. And featuring Ciro Marchetti's Gilded Reverie Learnemont. We got through like 20 cards, the first 20 cards. There's like 24 more cards to go. I know I put 36 here, but that's because traditionally Learnemont decks are 36 cards, but his has 44. And you can see the deck right here. And you can actually grab a copy of it right here. That's right. Psychic.cafe/Gilded Reverie. I think I actually did I put
Um,
I don't I don't know. I didn't put the link in my show notes. Damn it. So I have to do it manually. Psychic.cafe/Gilded Reverie. That's the link. Psychic.cafe/Gilded Reverie. You can still grab it and have it delivered, if you have 1 day, 2 day Amazon, before the show this Saturday.
mhm.
So cool. So grab your copy. Join me. I might even get into Learnemont, especially because Chiro has a deck. I might get his deck because it's so pretty, and that's what I want.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And then, stand by because a little birdie told me that Michelle's working on her own deck and her own course on Learnemont and her own book. Lots of stuff coming up in the future,
Yes.
folks. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And so that is Saturday, June 8th, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Remember, we do day shows on the weekend and 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern on this coming Sunday, which is the 9th. We have a live Zoom discussion and Q&A for you. That's right. We get a little more intimate, a little more private. And all you got to do is at showtime, instead of coming here to YouTube or to Blog Talk, we're not airing this, out to the masses. This is just whoever joins us on the Zoom. We have a limited capacity, I think 100 maybe or something like that. But this URL, write it down, psychic.cafe/Zoom. always takes you to our live discussion and Q&A every second and fourth Sunday. And we've switched the time to the same time as the shows, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, to make things easier. We're just going to give it a try in June. If it doesn't work, we'll move it farther into the afternoon. But I like the idea of doing it a little earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm done at noon, or something like that. Of course, till you guys change your clocks, it'll still be 11 a.m. Pacific for you, but it'll be 12 p.m. for me when the clocks change in November. Anyway, so join us this Saturday and Sunday, Saturday for Michelle's Mystic Corner, our journey through the Lenormand. Yes, can't wait. And then Sunday for the meeting and all your questions. We'll answer all your questions. Anything about tarot, numerology, Psychic Cafe, the Psychic Talk Network, the Tarot Guild, that lifetime membership that I talked about. Don't forget, you can still sneak over and grab it on the Tarot Guild website, thetarotguild.com, before it goes away in a week or two. All righty. So that's everything coming up, going on, stuff like that. You had pulled a card for the P732, right?
I did.
Okay, and remember, we got to do this real quick. So it's just we're gonna do one card and we're gonna go fast.
Okay, and James Helen said that he sent a donation through the Cup of Coffee. Just so you know.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we will take James's question next.
Okay, so for the P2 who wanted guidance, we've got, you need to unlock your own inner self. Okay, you need to be open to what the universe has for you. You need to move forward, but because you got the stork card, but in order to do that, you have to end something. So the coffin card is saying you need to let go of something. So move forward by letting go of something. And what is that something? Probably the ego, because I got the Sun card. And in order to have a full rounded experience with your guides, they're going to tell you, don't let your ego get in the way. Let go of your ego and listen to what they have to say. And then you'll be able to move forward and start a new awareness, a new opportunity. So that's what I have for you. And I hope that was helpful for you.
Awesome. Give me a second because I'm typing back to James in the chat.
Okay.
So I can't turn my camera back on. Hang on just a second, folks.
No problem. No problem.
Thanks, James. Yes, we've got your question. We are good to go here. Okay, so his question, things between myself, who's a Gemini. Yay, fellow Gemini. I'm June 16th. James, you got to let us know what your birthday is. And things between myself, a Gemini, and Patty, a Cancer. Patty's a Cancer. They feel really good. Are we headed towards a committed relationship? Yeah. So pull a card or two on that, Michelle, and I'm going to see what comes up for me. Ooh, she's coming up as the Queen of Pentacles for me. Interesting. Ooh, then the Queen of Wands shows up. Is there multiple women here? What is going on with this?
Okay.
But hey, James, just off, June 12th. Wow. You're like 4 days before me. That is fantastic. So my Gemini brother, the Sun card. Hey, can't get a better card than that. I could just stop there, right? What card did you get? Oh, you are kidding me.
Yard.
And that's a Lenormand card, Sun card?
No, this is the Granny's Post card. But it is a Lenny card. Lenormand, yeah.
That's what I was asking.
Oh, I thought you said churro. I'm sorry.
No, I said, is that a Lenormand card?
Yes.
That's the Sun. Oh my
Yes.
God, we pulled the same card at the same time for you, James.
How awesome.
Yes, yes. I see nothing negative showing up here. It is a little weird.
Nope.
I'm getting two queens. I got the first queen, the Queen of Pentacles, which I felt was her, very nurturing, down to earth person. And then the fiery person is the Queen of Wands. I don't know if that's an issue that might arise or another opportunity if this doesn't work out, or it could be someone in your family. It could be your mom is being a jerk about this relationship. It could be so many different things when you get multiple. It can also mean that there's multiple possibilities, which actually, in between those two cards, I got the Seven of Cups, which is choice. And see, and that's emotions because it's cups. But James, what I'm really feeling here, and when I first looked at it, is just a little warning. Again, I'm going to go back to the Sun card and the fact that Michelle and I both got the Sun card. I think that answers it right there. You should totally go for this. It looks like it's heading in great a great direction. You're showing up as the Nine of Wands here. You're prepared for this relationship. You've been through the ringer before, but you're prepared now. This is the problem, or it's not a problem. It's a possible issue that you could slip into a fantasy idea of the relationship instead of allowing the relationship to be the relationship and what actually happens. So don't allow yourself to go down that path of fantasy relationship. Okay. And don't compare it to past relationships. That's another thing I'm getting from that. So that's what I got. I didn't know if you pulled additional cards, Michelle, or.
Well, and it's funny because I did, but what I'm more focused on is, so the two cards that I pulled are both 10s. One is a 10 of clubs and one is a 10 of spades, which would be pentacles and not pentacles, swords and wands, basically. So, but we also got the bear in the ship, which is saying that there is movement. This is a journey you're going on with her, right? And I see it that there's strength in this card because the bear is your strength card, strength in this relationship. Sorry. And then I also got the Seven of Diamonds, which is the bird card. So that talks about excitement and chatter, and don't let this relationship go down like a worry. Don't worry about it. Just be excited for it.
Awesome. And James said in the chat, that's amazing. And it is, especially that SIM card thing. And wasn't I just talking about that on the show, talking about how like we have all these synchronicities where we get, the
Yes.
same meaning or the exact same card. And we did, so now you got to let us know, James. You got to come back
Right.
and
Yeah.
many, many thanks for your donation. Thanks for sending us a cup of coffee. Folks, that's how you do
Thank
it.
you, James. Yes.
He did it the right way. See, his question was like, I don't know, 5, 6 questions down in the chat. And we stopped what we were doing and went right to his question. And instead of like just me answering or Michelle, we both answered, we both pulled cards, we both got different insights and similar insights. And that's how you do it. Same thing on the phone lines. If you're waiting on the phone queue and you don't know if maybe you're caller 10, 15, we have 50 lines. And if you're way down there, hey, pop into the YouTube. Hold on. Flash quiz. How do you do that? New tab in your browser, psychic.cafe/live takes you into the current live. You'll see the live chat. You pop in there. You go, I'm area code 619. This is Frank. And I just bought you a cup of coffee. Guess what? We stop everything we're doing and we take your phone call first. Yes. So I just wanted to let you know that's how it's done. Yes. James was giving us some follow-up there. Did you catch that?
Mm-hmm. We've known each other since we were 15, and she's the one I want to be serious with and eventually start a family with, which, as he was talking, I pulled the house card,
Oh my God.
which is home and family.
Right. Yes. Oh my God. That
And
is
it's
just
also the King of Hearts down at the bottom, which is cartomancy, by the way. That's
yeah.
what these are.
Yeah.
Which is you would be the head, the king of your castle. So you can manifest this like we've been talking about, feel it, use all five senses and start manifesting this.
Okay. Yeah, we got to speed things up though, because
Yep.
I really need we're over already, and I need to get out of here before 8.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind going over, a few minutes, but I definitely want to do Becky's because we had already mentioned Becky, and then we're going to go to a phone call. I think 929 is next, and
Okay.
then we'll see if we can do. I don't know if we're going to have time to do any more. We might not. So I don't know. But I was only going to pull one card for Becky, but I got the 5 of Pentacles, and then I said, okay, well, I'll pull another card. Oh, wait, I got the 5 of Cups. So she's asking about her career, and she's asking, I would love to know what's going to happen in my career. Well, it looks like you got some ups and downs. You're feeling out in the cold here. 5 of Pentacles, literally the crying over spilt milk card, the 5 of Cups, but rushing in towards those two is the Knight of Swords with a singular idea, a singular mission, and rushing in like this towards these cards. They're actually this way on my tape on my desk here, Anyway, and the Strength card, which is abundance because it's 8, but strength, you have to have the inner fortitude and do the hard work. Yes, yes, you need to work on the craft. And I feel like what's going to happen is you're going to have some initial bumps along the way. But when that's happening, you got to remember this conversation. Oh, yeah, Dax told me about the 5 Pentacles, the 5 Cups, and especially the 5 Cups, because look, he's crying over spilt milk. But in any situation, there's always opportunity. And that's represented by these 2 cups back here, which are next to this bridge that leads you over the river of life to the goal of your career, which is this right here. Okay. Some building, castle, whatever it is, Sometimes I call this the Dracula card because it looks like Count Dracula. He's pissed because he spilt his goblets of blood. There actually is a version of the 5 of Cups where there it's supposed to be wine coming out of the cups that spilt over, but it looks like
Oh,
blood, and
that's cool.
it's so hilarious. I call it the you know Count Dracula, or the vampire card there. So yeah, when you see this happening, what you need to do is not get stuck. Remember, there's 2 of these 5s. You don't want to get stuck there with your attention on the lack. Okay, there's going to be bumps in the road. Don't get stuck there. As soon as that happens, you got to turn around right away and see the other opportunities. You have got to change your state, refocus on going forward with your career, grabbing that thought or idea, moving forward, working on the skills and abilities, having the inner fortitude. So that's the message coming in from the universe about your career. Overall, I think it's good. It's just giving you some information that it's like, this is how you need to work with things, because, hey, the lesson from the Wheel of Fortune, everything that goes up, got to come back down. But when it comes down, it's going to go back up. Got to go with the flow. Go with the flow. Let's go over to the phone lines. I think this is the last phone call we're going to get to. Area code 929. Caller, are you there? Area code 929.
Hello. Yes, I
Hi.
am. Hi, Bex.
Is that
How are
Stacy?
you?
Oh my God. It's
Yes,
Stacy. Are
it
you
is.
still in Brooklyn, Stacy?
Yes, but I think time is ticking. I'm going to be leaving soon, I believe.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're getting a little muffled there. Speak up, get close to the microphone,
Okay.
and yeah, and ask your question really quick because we are
Sure.
running
Okay.
out of time. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, do you see? Okay. Because I have an issue where I'm saying that with the landlord. I'm just waiting for the lawyer to call me back. Do you see him calling me back this month?
Okay, that's an easy one, Michelle. Pull some cards on that.
All right.
Is he going to
So
call back?
I got the good luck card, Clover. So I see that that is a very high possibility that he is going to call back. And then we also got the fish card, which is about resources, abundance. So be patient like you would when you're investing because
Okay.
your luck is coming. You're be patient and wait for that phone call
That's what I
because
was
it's
going to
coming in.
do. Okay. And then I can be on my merry way. Okay. Because money is involved. I'm just waiting. That's all.
That's
Okie dokie.
right.
That's the
Hey,
resources.
thanks for the quick call. It's always great
Thank
to talk to
you.
you, Stacy. Hope you get out of Brooklyn soon, and we'll talk to you the next time you call into the show. Real quickly before we get off the air here, I want to I'm going to see if we could squeeze in two more. I know Jessica had a question. There was feedback from Becky though. Check this out, Michelle. Thank you, Dax. I believe I'm about to lose my job at the end of the month. It's been very difficult. See, the
Wow.
tarot never lies. I didn't know why the five cards were coming up, and now we know because she thinks,
Yep.
and so this information is right timely what she needed to hear, about turning around, looking at the two upright things and upright cups. And the main thing is though, is what are you going to do next? And I think this is, you got to take it as an opportunity, as a blessing. You have the opportunity, and not to just find a new job, actually, because now that I think about it, with these skills and abilities in the Eight of Pentacles, could be talking about you could take the skills and abilities you have right now, you can strike out on your own or do something completely different that brings in your passions, skills, abilities, focus on one thing and do your own thing, maybe even, right? So yeah, very timely. And man, the cards are just on fire tonight.
Yeah, they are.
Everything's coming through perfectly. uh Jessica had asked, hello from Mississippi. Hey, hi Jessica.
Jessica.
Maybe she just saying that. I didn't want to miss the opportunity to
No,
submit a question, but I okay, I saw that, and then when I scroll down, I don't see a
it
question.
was up. She had a pink hand and she said,
Oh,
I see 1111 so much that I started keeping a record of it. What is the significance?
okay, yeah, and you will keep seeing the 1111. Remember, we just had that conversation about master numbers, and 11 is the master illuminator number. And a lot of people see 1111 in addresses, on license plates, on clocks that are digital, 1111, things like that. It is the universe trying to illuminate you, trying to get you to look at something. This is the thing. You will continue to see 1111, sometimes 11, sometimes 111. You'll get the angel number 111, until you recognize it. Michelle, how to put this exactly? Acknowledge. That's the word I'm looking for. You need to
Yes.
acknowledge that you're seeing the messages, and then the message will change. You'll start seeing other numbers. It can be strings of number 531, 531, 531. In those cases, you reduce 5 plus 3. So 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 1, 9. It's the 9 energy. Or you might start seeing new angel numbers, 555, 777, or master numbers. And they can come in the form of 2-digit numbers. So you'll see 222, or sorry, you'll see 22 or 77 or 55 or 44, or you'll see 4444, 5555. Something like that is possible too, as well. So usually this is when there's an important message coming through from the universe that you need to know. Doing some shuffling here. And I always tell people you can wait for the additional numbers to come in because, Michelle and I are numerologists and we can look at the numbers. But we can also pull tarot cards on it and find out what the message is. But you have some kind of, higher level illumination. This is higher level stuff. This is not basic stuff. It's the master illuminator. It's the higher concepts, how the law of attraction works. What's the universe made of? How does it function? How do you manifest? How do you, how does numerology work? How does tarot work? Is there really the divine? Things along those lines. And then we're going to get off the air. So, Michelle,
Okay.
do you want to pull a card or two and see if you get some kind of message coming through? Why, she's seeing the 999, and what is the message from the universe that she needs to know?
Okay, so she said she was seeing, the 11s. Okay, so I pulled the 11, which is the broom, or in some decks, the whip. And this talks about patterns and repetition. So this is confirming that you are being called. It's time for you to open your awareness. The universe is starting to call you. We also got the garden. So this is saying it's time to look into teamwork, maybe get into a little more social networking, because with the moon card, if you use your intuition and connect with others of like-mindedness, you will be able to start reaching to your higher self and start becoming the person that you were meant to become.
Mm-hmm. I feel exactly the same way. I feel that she is meant for higher things, Jessica. I pulled before I pulled any cards, I pulled a Heart of the Matter card and got the Queen of Swords, and she is beckoning. On this side is where then I lay down the spread. So she is, she's saying, Jessica, do these things analytically. Don't be swayed by emotion. Think, be analytical. I got the Hierophant, which is higher learning, additional learning. The 9 of Wands, you already have skills and abilities. However, the 8 of Pentacles, and I did shuffle. The 8 of Pentacles came back from the last reading. Yes, 8 is abundance. And how do you make abundance? By creating value for other people. You can take the skills and abilities you already have. You can brush up on them. You can add new ones through the higher learning, which when I say higher learning, I'm not talking go back to college. I mean, you can learn. If the thing is, what value do I create? What big problem do I solve for people? How do I do that? Do I have the skill to do that? Do I need to learn something new? Go to udemy.com, take 5 or 6 or 10 courses. They're cheap. I mean, a $10 course, spend $100 and take, 10 courses you get from 10 different teachers, and you'll get a more rounded education, right? And then you can move forward because you're meant to be doing something higher. That's why you're getting the 1111. And this is the message coming through. Yes. So there you go. We were able to answer Jessica's, and now you got to let us know, Jessica. But we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here. I want to thank everybody. This was great. Oh my God. We actually had the phone lines working. We had so much fun. So many teaching moments. I mean, it's well worth listening to this show. If you're learning to read tarot and you need some help, you're going to get all kinds of pointers, and then just things about the law of attraction and everything else. But I'm going to say goodbye now, and we're going to get out of here.
Everybody.
Bye.
using Blog Talk